so let's go ahead and next add kind of maybe funny poking antennas. So we'll go to geometry and segments. We'll call just antenna. There you go. Happy bright blue for this. Connecting. Inside the LED, what I want to do is go to antenna option, and it says top of the segment. So we'll just have only one right here. We'll set this to 0 degrees, so they're all going straight out of them. Okay, inside the antenna we can actually rework, so we can go ahead and set maybe size. Let's go to the user define. Okay, and we'll set 0.1 for now. See how small it will be. Still quite a bit, but it's okay for now. Kind of sticking out. We'll go to size and maybe set 1. See how tall this. Yeah, this is about right. And let's go inside the shape, and I will just go select 3, 1 on the bottom. So we'll take that one, shrink here, and a little bit shrink kind of on the top. Okay, if you want it, you can add even more interesting ways. Okay, we'll do right here too. Okay, we'll click OK. And again, it's sometimes hard to see because our resolution low, so we can pop up a little bit higher, at least for now, so we can preview. You can see it's got very interesting, kind of funny looking shapes going on here. Let's go on a cup and bring it down. So our top is rounding. These kind of funny things poking out. Okay, I'm going to reduce resolution so we can go a little bit faster. Okay, this is look nice, but right here I don't like how they combine. So let's rework and add maybe some belt around the tree. So to do this, we'll go back from the trunk and we'll start creating the braces. So let's right click, geometry, segment. Let's call this braces. Here I'll go just gray color, and we'll go to connect. So in trunk, we'll go back to brace we just created. Let's leave it 4 for now. One thing I want to do it is set this one to 90 degrees, so they'll go all the way up, kind of following. Okay, and we'll just let it's about adjustment here 90 degrees. I think it's about right, except I don't want to be total on top, and I'm probably will come back after to readjust position. So I'm just setting very rough position right now for those rings, because we'll come back to them and we'll start readjusting. Okay, let's go now inside the braces properties itself. Okay, we'll go to set link to maybe just 1. Okay, right here where we have it inherit ratio, let's do 140. So you can see, ta-da, now we have funny rings. And see, like this ring one, I probably want to bring this one a little bit lower. So that's what I say. We'll go to the trunk right here and maybe bring this one just down, maybe a bit lower. Let's see how it will go. Okay, yeah, that will look little bit nice. Again, sometimes you can see how they bending on the bottom right here. So what we need to do is go in influence and just maybe, you know, reduce influence for a bottom, so we'll have it a little bit straighter, so this ring will look nicer. Okay, let's do this way. Now you can see the ring kind of stay a little bit more straight, kind of combine with the rocks. Okay, cap right here, it's too straight. I want to create more interesting effects. We'll go on a cap for this, for the brace, and let's, you know what, let's bring it up right here. We'll add to this edge. Let's create one more and bring this way down here, and this one as well. So you can see kind of we have a nice interesting ring. So at this point when we look, it will look almost like rings kind of going around and hold it. Just something, add details to this as well. Till we're here, we can go always select as a metal. There you go, we have our rings done. Next I want to add maybe some bolts to the sides of this, just something look kind of funny. So let's go create new segment. I'll just call bolts. Okay, we'll go connect them to our braces. So it should be on the side. We'll go in the braces. Let's do in go into segments. Okay, right here on our bolts. And one thing what I want to do is put them on a middle. So we'll set this one to 0 to go straight out, and we'll go set 0.5 and 0.5, and we also set to the surface. So ours will be just on the surface. Okay, right here. And let's set coil to the 90 because we have 4 of them, so they kind of nicely going in always direction. Okay, next on the bolts we going to modify few settings. So one, we'll go set this 0.2 smaller, or maybe even less than 0.2, so we'll see how that will happen. And let's switch this to user defined, so I don't want them scale, I want them to be exactly the same scale. And I'm just going to try maybe 115. Yeah, that will work good. And let's go to section right here. This is our top. So because how say it's a bolt, we'll just go select, bring it down right here, and bring this down. So right here, there you go. Okay, you can see it's almost look like a bolt. Maybe head a little bit too short, so we'll just bring this one. Let's see, yeah, they look a little bit thicker, a little bit better, and slightly smooth. So there you go. Okay, we can, let's pop up slightly resolution up, so we can preview right here. You can see we have nice bolts or nails, whatever you can say, kind of almost hold those rings in place. Okay, you can see it's getting very nice effect, tree. And this is looking nice, but next what I want to do is add now some wildness, because it is tree, but let's create something more fun with this. And we're going to create now the branches. So while you work, remember, save your work. I did find this application quite a bit stable. It's does not crash on me when I work for long hours, so it's very good. But just overall, so I can roll back, or if something happened, remember to save your work. Okay, so let's do this way. Now we're going to create another branches, and you know what, I will go to call this wood branches. Okay, and and let's change this to something happy orangey color. I'm going to select a new child to our trunk, and right now in a trunk, right here we have it. Let's modify it. So 1, I want to actually have it more than just 4. Let's say 6, and maybe have it a variation plus minus 2. They're all on the bottom. I don't want it. I want them on the top. So we'll go bring this up. Let's see how it's where they end up. Maybe a little bit too high. Yeah, I think that will work very good here. Okay, 30 degrees. It's look good, except on a coil. Let's have it 37. You can add any. So right here we have a nice effect going. Okay, we can add little bit bending to the top of the tree, so it's kind of a little bit nicer effect. Okay, and let's go now inside the branches and kind of work on this one. So right now with 10, I think 10 a little bit too much, so let's cut in half, put it 5. Yeah, that is better. And also add variations of 2. Okay, we'll go to select maybe 90 degrees, 90% of the thickness. Yeah, that look a little bit more interesting thick. And again, because that I want to create kind of wildness look, I'll just take maybe right here. Okay, and let's go on the car profiles as well, smooth out them, and so ends won't be so rough and cutting off. Okay, that is look interesting. Blending with the parent, let enable default. The next what I want to do is kind of bend maybe them a little bit down right here, and I'm going to use trapezium for this, so we'll go to set maybe 15. Let's see. Yeah, it's look very interesting for the 15, and let's add a variation of 5. Okay, we can add some distortions if you want it in influence, but overall even it creates kind of nice distortion, but I'm afraid, well, we can try it, but remember every time when you add something it will take a little bit longer time to render. Okay, maybe it's too much. Let me go to 0.5 less. I have some similarity with the trunk, but other ones probably I won't do it. Okay, so that is our wooden branch. Next, let's add something more fun, maybe go in opposite direction. So I'm going to add another segment, and let's call it sub branches maybe. And let's switch to another happy color. Okay, right here orange. Okay, so we'll go connect the sub branches. Okay, now we'll go inside, and what I want to do, I want actually them going opposite maybe. Let's do them up so they look a little bit more interesting and fun. We'll just add some randomness to creation. We'll leave it everything as default. Yeah, I think that is will look good. And let's go right now inside our branches, and right here maybe set, again same as other branches, 5.2, so that will look nice. Okay, and how said to go up we'll need -15, so you notice it will have it come up, so it's look kind of unusual, and I want same things, just open a little bit on the bottom so it will look kind of interesting, and add a variation for this as well. Okay, look nice. Let me do this one Red show, same will bring down. Okay, look, okay. And you know what, let's go pop up this maybe Q80, see how it will come up. Yeah, they look nice. And again, one thing when I notice when you kind of increase, blending will smooth a lot of those connections. Just leave it as default. So there you go. So it's look kind of more fun that way. Okay, and again on the cup, let's go to ends. Okay, so here's our tree. Let's go save our work. Next, it's kind of a little bit boring, so need some wild on an end, and we'll go to do this by creating maybe some long petals which gonna wind. But before this, one thing what I want to check, let's turn on wind, and you can see some trunk start roots moving, so I don't want them happen. Before we go further and leave it there, I want to go to the root, wind, and we'll switch to the combined wind. So in this case we can go inside the root, influence, forces, and bring this all the way down, because I don't want metal move at all. Actually, let's go type 0 here. Okay, let's go to subroots as well. 0 so we don't have it any movements on this one. And we can do same things for other ones as well, so we don't move. And for the some other maybe plants, it's kind of okay for them to move. Okay, 0. So let's go apply also to the braces. Okay, and one more right here. And bolts is small enough they won't move it, but till we're going through all of them, so let's take care of on that one as well. Okay, so in this case, what is happening, and let me see, check trunk, influence right here, flexibility. Yeah, let's don't move trunk as well. Okay, we'll go to now back to the roots, wind, and switch back to the simple hide. Let's preview. So you can see this is kind of stable, it's what I wanted, but just the top is moving. Okay, so we'll start working on some other interesting part of this, and we'll do this in the next portion of this tutorial.